Hey Terrence, this is the audio companion video for the TvT build. The game has just started. My first worker is completing right now. The in-game time is 23 seconds. And this is of course for the bronze through platinum Allin build. I'm already at 9 out of 11 supply, which means I'm going to be rallying my worker down to my natural ramp. The first supply depot is starting now. That same worker is going to be building the barracks and the second depot. Our workers are going to be continually produced one by one throughout the entire build. Alright, we're reaching 12 supply and our barracks is going to be going down any second as soon as we hit 150, and it's down now. Our workers are continuing. I'm at 13 out of 19 supply now, and as soon as we hit 75 minerals, we're going to build our refinery on one of our Vespian geysers. The barracks is just about halfway done. Our Vespian geyser has finished, and I just put 2 workers into it. The barracks just finished, so we're going to start a marine, and that same worker that finished the racks is going to build a supply depot, completing the wall off at the natural ramp. We're at 17 supply, and our SCV just finished, so we're going to upgrade to an orbital command right away. Our first marine just finished, our second marine is in production. Our second depot just finished, so now we're building a factory on top of the barracks. Our orbital command just finished, so we're building workers, dropping our mule, queuing up our third marine, and now we're going to build our second Vespian geyser as soon as we have 75 minerals, so it should be down now. As soon as we hit 21 supply, we're going to build an additional supply depot behind your mineral line. If you're smart, you can arrange it in a way that chokes it off so Reapers and Hellions can't run back there. Our reactor just started on our barracks since our third marine just finished. And we're placing 2 workers into our second Vespian refinery. Our factory is just finishing now. We're beginning a Hellion and then building a starport with the same worker that just finished the factory. Remember to keep producing workers one by one and dropping a mule at every 50 energy. We're beginning our second Hellion now, followed by 2 more marines since the reactor just finished, and we're also going to start another depot behind our mineral line.
Not enough minerals.
Our starport's just finishing now, and we're beginning a medevac. At the same time, we're producing another Hellion and 2 more marines.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
And those depots are definitely going to have to be one by one now. You don't want to get supply blocked too bad. As soon as we have 3 Hellions, we're going to build a tech lab on our factory, and as soon as the medevac is done, we're going to build a tech lab on our starport as well. This should be at the same time. Remember to keep your depots going one by one. We're going to start a tank on the factory and a Raven on the starport.
Not enough minerals. Additional supply depots required.
Keep your depots going one by one. Right now we have a handful of Marines, the medevac, and 3 Hellions, with a siege tank popping out any second from now. I'm queuing up our second siege tank now, so it begins right away. Our Raven's popping out just about now, so I'm queuing up a Banshee at the starport.
Not enough minerals.
We're just focusing on continually producing units now, making sure we're making workers, dropping mules, building supply depots, building tanks, Marines, and as soon as our Banshee is done, we're actually going to switch over to Vikings. So we're going to get one of everything almost out of the starport. Our timing to attack is when we have our 3rd tank finished out of our factory here. I'm starting the Viking because the Banshee just popped. Alright, the tank is almost done, so I'm taking half my workers that are mining minerals, I'm pulling them with my army, and I'm moving down my ramp. In Terran vs. Terran, I am not turning my SCVs on auto repair. Our second line of defense against enemy siege tank fire is going to be those SCVs, so we gotta make sure that we have them in attack mode. Remember, while you're moving across the map, keep your army together and continually produce SCVs, Marines, supply depots, tanks, and Vikings. You can move a little bit forward with your Hellions, just don't split your army up too much. Now as for the engagement, the only micro that is going to be required from you is placing the auto turrets down with the Raven, as well as splitting your SCVs if it's still not enough to deal with the tanks. And just move into your opponent's natural main base and hopefully win the game. If you have any replays using this build or you have any questions, please send them in to me. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video.